Engine howling in the lane, hands white knuckled on the wheel. Full throttle racing, red line fever. We don't come here to heal. NASCAR O'Reilly series cars biting down through the turns. Rear ends wiggle, bodies lean. Every lap's a lesson learned. Dive low, dig hard, don't lift, don't blink, brake late, stand tall, make 'em taste that shrink. Pass me if you can, pass me if you dare. We'll spin tires, smoke, we tear through the air. Pass me if you can, pass me if you dare. Full throttle racing, we leave 'em right there. Motor mouth broadcasting, got the whole track lit. Every move, every scrape, every brutal little hit. Mirror full of trouble, door to door and mean. One clean line, one hot shove, and the red flag dreams. Dive low, dig hard, don't lift, don't blink, brake late, stand tall, make 'em taste that shrink. Pass me if you can, pass me if you dare. We'll spin tires, smoke, we tear through the air. Pass me if you can, pass me if you dare. Full throttle racing, we leave 'em right there. Blues guitar crying like a blade through steel. Bite that curb, hold that slide, make the whole town feel. Overtakes flying from the apron to the wall. If you want that win, son, you gotta want it all. Pass me if you can, pass me if you dare. We'll spin tires, smoke, we tear through the air. Pass me if you can, pass me if you dare. Full throttle racing, we leave 'em right there. Full throttle racing, we leave 'em right there. Engine howling in the lane, hands white knuckled on the wheel. Full throttle racing, red line fever. We don't
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Viva Las Vegas! For some of you out there, Sin City is what I like to call it, and a whole lot of sinning that happens in the city. Anyway, that's beside the point. NASCAR Throttle Nation Series Season 1. Here with these old boys getting ready to light it up here tonight from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Who is going to bring it home? Who is going to roll? Obviously, the 12s and triple up and get the win here tonight. We'll find out live here on Motormouth Broadcasting. Good evening, folks. I'm the Redneck Announcer, Jake Reeves. My good Aussie friend from down under, wherever the hell Australia is, Mr. Hamish Monroe, co-commentating, producing, giving us the sights, the sounds, all that good stuff from virtual Las Vegas. I'm assuming Australia's down under, right, Hamish? I mean, I suck at geography. Yeah, whatever the hell that is.
Southern Hemisphere, pretty much directly south from Japan or China. But some people would make you believe that I live in Argentina, but that is not the case. If I was a paid actor from Australia, I definitely wouldn't have to be commentating. Although I do it for the love of the game as well. So it's maybe I would be, but who knows? I'm still waiting for that first paycheck from the international government for living in Argentina. But still, Jake, it's great to be with you again. I mean, Vegas is a track that can always turn it on for us. I don't think I've ever called a bad race around here, genuinely. I think there's always been something that has gone down that's made Vegas a classic every single time I've come to this place. And whether it's from the drama of cautions that can come out of it, whether it's from the just great back and forth racing we can find on circuit as well, it is a track that will offer up a lot of challenges to these drivers, namely the challenges I've been noticing most this evening through practice at Exeter Turn 4. A lot of cars getting loose, a lot of cars ending up in the wall. Now, obviously, we've had a transition into the daytime for qualifying. So what that could mean is when the race actually starts, and the time of the race start could make Turn 4 very different. Now, if it's the same time as what it was in practice, then they've got to get ready for those cars to get loose off pushing too early in their practice laps. But still, 4 is going to be hard. Turn 1 and Turn 2, they should be okay. And then the tri-oval, something that they've got to be careful of as well. But we could see a few drivers with some unsafe pit entries tonight from getting loose off of 4. And that's one of the hot spots we'll be keeping an eye on. But, we've got a couple of new drivers in the series this evening as well. We've got 18 cars in the session at this stage. So we're back to the numbers we had for round 1, which is absolutely fantastic. And what a great place to get that to, Vegas Motor Speedway. I mean, a track that will turn it on. It's super exciting for a 1.5 mile track, and if you've never seen Vegas before, you're about to get your socks knocked off, because this place can offer up great racing, great back and forth, and could be an early contender for best race of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and 3 weeks into it, we had Daytona, we had obviously Rockingham, which was a pretty good one, obviously, and then Viva Las Vegas, where we're at here tonight. Mile and a halfer out in the desert. What Joe Pesci says at casino, a lot of problems get filled in holes out here in the desert. Well, I don't think you're going to have to worry about that here tonight. Let's not get crazy with it or nothing like that. But, I mean, we got drivers all the way through this. Like Hamish said, we got some new names out here as well. I agree, though, Hamish. I mean, I've raced at Vegas. I've called races at Vegas. I mean, next gen, Xfinity or O'Reilly. Damn, I still can't get used to that. But the NASCAR Crash and Truck Series trucks, I mean, I've called numerous kind of races here. But the Xfinity or the O'Reilly Series cars is always the good ones. But yeah, I mean, I agree. Turn 4, usually these guys get a little bit tight over there. They get themselves in a little bit of a bind, especially if they go double wide coming off 4. May end up seeing somebody get thrown up in the fence. Then you could have some beef when it's all said and done. But 1 and 2 is actually kind of interesting. There's a special line that you've got to hit going through 1 and 2. If you don't, you'll hit a bump on the bottom of the racetrack. And if you hit that bump, you will bottom out, and your tail's going to go flying up the racetrack. It can knock you loose. It can do all kinds of things. So don't let this place fool you. I mean, it's a mile and a half. It is a fast place. It's a very good place to race. But, Hamish, this place is not easy to drive by no shape, fashion, or form.
No, it's not. It's almost a less condensed Kansas Motor Speedway. They've got very, very similar characteristics to each other. So drivers who are good at Kansas are often good at Las Vegas as well. we're obviously going to see how well they do tonight, and if if we double check what the calendar is for the rest of the season, and we can see what we've got coming up as well. We've got Kansas in only a few weeks, so this might actually give us a good indication of who is going to be good before the summer break when we head out to Kansas in that final round of the first portion of the series. And you know, it's exciting when we can see this, you know, come to light. It'll then be a similar scenario at Nashville, although Nashville's a much less percentage of banking than what Kansas and Vegas have. But those three tracks, for my money, and even with Texas Motor Speedway as well, they all sit in the sort of similar park of type of 1.5 mile circuit that we have on offer this season. So it's got to be a lot of fun to come. It's going to be a lot of fun to come for the rest of the season. You guys can hang out with us for the rest of the season by clicking that like button and subscribe, the bell icon as well, so you're notified whenever we go racing. Jake, it's exciting to be here at Vegas, and I'm excited. I know you're excited too. It's a great place. And qualifying at the moment, well, Austin Cole has come into the series in his first race. He's gone straight to the top, a 30.38 in his qualifying lap out there. Another driver we need to keep an eye on tonight as well, Ryder Poe, young 14-year-old who comes in, never done an oval race in his life. Bought the track and the car today, and he's gone into the top 10 in qualifying, so he'll be one of those drivers to watch out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, we got to watch out for those guys. I mean, a couple others as well. Las Vegas Motor Speedway, 1.5 miles in length. 20 degrees in the turns, 9 degrees on the front stretch, 9 degrees on the back stretch, believe it or not. 9 and 9 with 20 in the quarters. I mean, obviously, you know, like we talked about, you know, pretty good little place. This place has also got, I mean, just all the way around Las Vegas. I mean, it's got all kinds of crazy stuff out through here. I mean, you got a bull ring that got opened up in ~85, which is ironically enough, the bull ring opened up before the damn Las Vegas Motor Speedway opened up, which it was opened in '96. Then they got a dirt track out here as well. I mean, you literally... I mean, there's a lot. I mean, you literally got a lot going on right here at this place. Kind of like Charlotte, but it's for everybody out west. Anyway, that's the story for another day. But let's get it lined up here tonight. It's going to be a good one here at Vegas. Obviously, for the Buckshot Plays 200 here at Vegas. Get the grid lined up for you here tonight for NASCAR Throttle Nation Series. On the pole, Austin Cole in the 81, be rolling off on the P1 spot. It is number 81 Toyota. You see him right there behind the pace car. Dylan McDonald will be on the number 7 Toyota. He'll be right there on the outside of Austin Cole, number 7 FedEx Toyota Supra. Alex Evers and Benjamin, you got to help me with that one. I ain't got a clue on that one, Hamish. I'm scared to...
Svoboda, I think, would be the pronunciation.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Unfortunately, we don't have a grid graphic as well. I've tried both. Neither of them are working, so that's helpful for us here as well. But Colleen, Josh McCollum,
well, we'll run her down right here. Yep. We'll run her down right here, Hamish, because they're only going to get one lap right here before they get at it. So Benjamin, in the 32, will be starting at the P4 spot. Kyle Dean, Charles Rinker be 5th and 6th. Josh McConnell and Ryder Pope will start in the 4th row with White v. McCullough starting in P9, and Aiden Morris will be starting in P10. Remember, Aiden Morris, watch out for him. Mason Ramirez racing Mason back there starting in P11 with Steven Smith going to be on his outside. Now we got the grid lined up down there on the bottom of your screen. Racing Mason, Steven Smith be back there in that 11th or 11th and 12th back there in row number 6. Then row 7, that's where you got to find Scholar Cherry. Probably messed that one up too, because I know that's one of those names that we got to try to keep up with. And Bailey Brandon will be to their outside back there in the P14 spot. Row 8, John Roberts, Cody Swam, got the damn Carson Hosevar paint scheme rocking and rolling as well. And right behind them, Taylor Strong, Christian Coffey, and Stephen Hilliard will make up the 19 drivers here tonight. Here for the Buckshot Plays 200 NASCAR Throttle Nation Series. Green flag is in the air in Sin City. We're live on Motormouth Broadcasting. Beautiful night for racing. Cole gonna take it all the way. Calling his shot. Possibly getting the pole and waxing their tails as far as speed goes. McDonald up top though, not gonna give it up. Gonna throw a little bit of it at him. And Now Benjamin right there behind him as well in the P3 spot. Evers there, Dean as well. As they worked away off of turn 4, still double wide for the late McDonald and Cole.
I saw an issue there off of turn 2. I don't know if you caught it, Jake, but Cole got a little bit loose off of 2, gave him a little wiggle, and that's what's allowed McDonald and Benjamin to be right on his heels through 3 and 4, and then ultimately taking the top 2 spots into turn 1 as well. So a little bit of a mistake has cost him the race lead, but he'll come straight back at him.
Yep, absolutely going to be coming straight back at him. Cole now falls bound into the 3rd spot. Benjamin slides up into the P2 spot. McDonald currently with the fastest lap. That's just because they only ran one damn lap. They're in the 38. See what they get this time by. 31.414. Dylan McDonald up at the top side. I always wanted to say this. Hamish, old McDonald had a form, and he is leading this damn thing tonight with Dylan McDonald up here. Benjamin second, Call, Dean, and Rinker being the top 5. Couple of big movers, couple of them. Christian Coffey up 4 spots from where he started back in the 17th spot. He's up to 13th. But Hamish, you know, we talked about this. You talked about it a second ago. Very mirrors Kansas. But this place has kind of got that Dover, or maybe that Charlotte Motor Speedway feel, for the simple fact that you have got to take care of your tires here with these O'Reilly Auto Parts Series cars. You got to take care of these damn tires, because if you do not, you will burn those suckers up before you get to the stage break, which actually your stages is 40, 80, 134 here tonight. So you got to take care of them tires. You got to burn them up way before you even get to 40.
It'll be interesting what the strategy for some drivers are this evening across those 3 different stages, of course. First stage, as I said, Jake, got to try and make it to lap 40 and remain in that top 10 to get yourself some points now. Good green first 5 laps of this race, and the drivers have spread pretty nicely. They're not too close together, and I don't really see many of them struggling to try and hang on to their car at this point. But as the tyres will start to wear away, and as the sun will begin to set here at Vegas, that's then when the test is going to come out. So you can see Dean trying to go for it up the inside at turn 1. Contact with Benjamin Svoboda. There is the first caution of the race. I spoke too soon. It only took a little touch between them, and it was very, very violent off the back end of that. This is how it went down for Svoboda and Dean.
Oh my God! They both cleaned each other out. I mean, literally, he slides down at 3. Kyle Dean, we have got to ride on board with him, Hamish. I mean, seriously. I mean, that was just one of the wildest rides right there. I'm sure Kyle Dean probably saw his life flash before his eyes. And real quick, folks, hide your kids, hide your wives, and hide your ex-wives if they're watching this with you. I mean, this is going to be a hell of a hit right here. Right on board. I mean, just a little bit of contact. Both of them get snapped sideways. Damn. I mean, we saw it. I mean, it literally, Hamish, as soon as he hits the wall, his engine's gone. Like, I mean, we saw the smoke. It just went poof. And, I mean, he's out of this thing. But maybe not necessarily out of this thing. They do get a fast repair to use at their advantage. And obviously that fuel window of where we're at as well, between 30 36 as far as that goes, you may see some guys jump on down right here. May see the whole field just come on down and get some gas right here, Hamish. That way they can try to make it to the end of the stage.
I'd be in now. I mean, you've gone 6 laps. You're going to save 2 under the caution. You can make the end of the stage from here. So you may as well come in. Yes, you're going to have worse tyres at the end. Or Austin Cole not willing to come in, but McDonald is going to follow him. Roberts is in. So he realised that no one else was coming in behind them, so he opted to jump out right at the last second. This now gives the race lead to Charles Rinker with Cole in behind, and then McCullough, Morris, McConnell, Evers, Poe, Brannon, Mason, and then Coffey's going to be the top 10 with McDonald into pit lane. Of course, Svoboda is in with that damage to his car for the contact. John Roberts is now in as well for a strategic stop here, and I believe Kyle Dean is out of the race, so he has got a meatball flag. He might still be waiting for his tow. He is in pit lane, so he's not actually out of the session. I think he's waiting for the tow, and then he'll get the car fixed up and be back out there as soon as he can. But yeah, I mean, you know, interesting first 5 laps. I'm surprised that more drivers didn't decide to come in knowing that this could be a a way to get to the stadium. But in saying that, Jake, it's only going to take us one more pace car and we can make the end of the stage without a stop. You know, they can save 2 laps of fuel under these cautions. They only need one more in the next 30 laps. It's quite, I would say it's on the side of, say it's on the percentage side of quite possibly happening. And all of a sudden these guys can make the end and McDonald's just pit for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, that's something obviously they're going to try to keep in the back of their minds. Maybe they can make that work. Maybe they can, maybe they can make it work. But I mean, there's a good possibility. I mean, we already saw a little bit of contact up there. We already saw Call kind of get a little bit sideways as well. It's hard to drive this place, so we may end up seeing somebody make some contact or what have you, to where it will bring out the caution, so to speak. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows what what will hold. But if it does go great all the way to the end, the McDonald's going to come out of this damn thing smelling like a rose, and he's going to come out of it with absolutely probably an easy stage win, but he's going to have this thing go completely green.
He will, and it only took a minor touch for both of those cars to get up in the wall together. And knowing how spread out the field was, we were lucky there weren't more cars involved, but they had plenty of time to take evasive action. Those that were within the first 4 cars in that tight pack, probably whoever was at the back of that train was very, very lucky not to be hit. But as we saw firsthand, the ability to avoid the incident from Austin Call there. He managed to get right on the apron very early, avoided the contact with Dean, who came down on the circuit, as Dean is back out there, by the way, so he has finished that tow and he has repaired that car, but he is about 2 laps down on the race leaders. But if we get a moment though off this restart, Jake, that pit stop was for nothing for McDonald, because these guys all of a sudden can make it to the end. As we get ready for the restart zone, it's Rinker and Call in the front row.
Yeah, here we go. We'll see what happens. Rinker, Call up here, rocking, rolling, green flag back in the air, lap 10, going all the way to 40 for the first stage. Here tonight for the Buckshot Plays 200. Oh, damn, there's your caution right there. Oh, boy. McDonald might have just got himself in a bad spot out of this. Granted, he's not the one that's in it, but obviously Benjamin, damn, we're going to have to get his last name right, baby. He's already got caught up in 2 damn wrecks. We better figure it out pretty quick. But anyway, Benjamin up here getting caught up in another one. Look at this right here. I mean, just gets the shot, goes around the outside. Steven Smith right there to the inside. Skyler, oh, damn, got right rear hooked. Steven Smith right there as well. He tries to miss it. 77, Cody Swim gets involved. He spins him around. Kind of a cluster right there. Just that sin going on the outside, making it 3 wide by Benjamin. Just kind of might have threw everybody off a little bit.
You see as well that that Shyla just starts to come up a little bit. Self-clears across the nose of the 31. Wasn't quite clear. And then unfortunately for Benjamin, he just had nowhere to go. He was a sitting duck, unfortunately, in the wrong spot. Same for the 77 of Swim. And for Taylor Strong, as we said. Very lucky for John Roberts and McDonald to both avoid that incident as well. But all of a sudden, the fuel window looks pretty good for those race leaders that decided to stay out under the caution there, Jake. And it doesn't look so good for McDonald. Although he has got fuel on board, he didn't take tyres. So it's not like he has a grip advantage over the rest of the field. He just has that fuel advantage in case it did go green. But yeah, those people have stayed out. I can pretty confidently say they should make it to the end of the stage now with this caution, or thanks to this caution.
Yeah, I mean, they should be able to make it easily out of that. And obviously, Schaller back there, obviously trying to go down pit road, try to get some service as well. Benjamin down there once again down there trying to get some service as well. Got a couple of drivers sliding around trying to get the lucky dog. Was that Kyle Dean?
It was.
Able to slide by? Yes, it was. So, hot damn, he's going to get back on the lead lap after literally having the front end of his car explode for the very first caution. He's going to get the lucky dog, but here's the trick with that, though, Hamish. He got the lucky dog. He burned his only fast repair early on, which I know sounds kind of crazy. We're not at a super speedway like Daytona or Talladega, which we're going to be in 2 weeks, or Atlanta, which is where we're going to be next week. But here's the thing about that. You still got to run over 130 or at least over 100 laps without a fast repair. You got to make sure you don't get caught up in nothing. Nobody ends up screwing you over, because if they do, well, then you're screwed. Everybody else, well, most of them up here at the front, they have that fast repair to their advantage. Or is Kyle Dean just going to stop on the damn racetrack? What is he doing?
I think he's actually pulled over. So he's not back on the lead lap. Just to give a quick correction, he was 2 laps down. He's now only 1 lap down.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, he's just pulled over.
Okay.
Very weirdly, but there are a few cars ahead of him or 1 car ahead of him who is a lap down. That is Shyla Sheary, who's been through pit lane. So. He won't have the lucky dog this time. I'm not sure why he pulled over, though. That's very odd, unless he was trying to extend the caution for whatever reason. But, yeah, very odd, very awkward for Kyle to do that. Not sure why. But, again, I mean, as we said, those front runners, the front runners that we spoke about, they opted not to come in for Rinker and Cole, and then the rest of the field down to Dylan McDonald. The other drivers in behind have come through pit road, so they can make the end of the stage now on their fuel. But ultimately, the front runners, they should make this now. If they can go 36 laps on a green flag run, they should make the end of the stage. I mean, these last 2 cautions would have saved them 4 laps, so they should be good to the yellow flag at the stage end, and then possibly even the lap later to come into pit road. So it might take a little bit of fuel saving just to guarantee themselves to get there, but I think they're at a much better chance now making the stage end than they were two cautions ago. But we'll see what happens off the restart, see if we can make a lap off the restart as well. Hopefully we can. Hopefully we don't have any more self-clearing leading up towards turn 1.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Rinker Call up here at the front. McCullough right there behind him with Aiden Morris. Remember last week, Rockingham. Watch out for Aiden Morris. Literally, he was in the outhouse, went straight to the pit house. Damn near more or less sweeping it at Rockingham last week. I mean, just kicking everybody's tail. Morris trying to go for 2 in a row. Won at Rockingham last week. Would love to get it done out west here at Las Vegas. But he's still got to worry about Call and Rinker up here in front of him. They worked their way through turn number 3. Back there behind them, we got McCullough trying to latch on and get into the mix of this in the 15. Bailey Brandon back there as well. Alex Everts, Coffey, McConnell, Ed Hilliard. Also Dylan McDonald in the 7. He's the one that's on that kind of strategy. Dylan McDonald trying to ease back up there and trying to do it the hard way.
I suppose the bonus for McDonald is if these guys can make it to the end of the stage. Oh, as we say that, hooked up the 7 of McCullough with Braddon. That'll be a caution. So there is the 3rd caution. That will... Oh, no.
Braden goes around. Florida State Seminoles goes down. Sorry, I'm an SEC guy. Braden, we'll see what happens to him right here.
So
he's kind of easing it around the outside.
Yeah,
Whoops, there he goes.
It looks like they've just come together, and I think that tap on the wall's actually broken the steering on that car, and it just hasn't been able to pull up and then contact with the 31. So, yeah, you can see there the front left wheel is broken on that car, so he's got no steering, which is then obviously going to hurt the braking capability as well of being able to pull it up and keep it off the oval once he was onto the apron there. But yeah, very, very odd moment. So he's going for that outside with Morris ahead of him here. And then you watch as the 7 starts to come up. He also starts to come down. And I think there might be some onus on both of them for this one here, Jake. Yeah. But there is some netcode involved, so that wouldn't have helped at all. But it has been a running running part of the night.
Yeah, I mean, I think Brandon was actually just trying to come down. I think he was afraid he's going to get squeezed up under the wall, and the 7 just shoves him up. Here's the guy right here that's got to be cussing. It's Steven Smith. Bam! I mean, just out of damn nowhere. He's trying to roll around the outside, just trying to miss the wreck. And Brandon does literally the one thing that every driver asks when you wreck. Let me rephrase that. He done the one thing that every driver asks that you do, and he didn't do it. And that is, when you wreck, hold your brakes. Bam! He did not hold his brakes. Smith goes around.
I think the issue is here, Jake. So I think he is holding his brakes, but the G-forces are coming off the wall, and then the fact that his steering's broken as well. I don't think the car actually wants to pull up because of the amount of energy that's come out of it from hitting the wall. So if we watch this back, it's a massive hit. He doesn't gas it up. He's trying to keep it slow, but he can't steer it off the road. That's the problem. The trajectory of it is going back on the road. I don't think he can do much about that, to be honest, at that stage. Like it's going at such a fast percentage, and you know, I'm someone to call out when stuff happens like that, and you know, think, oh, we should have held his brakes. I actually don't think he had the capability to at that point because the car was so broken. I'm not sure, but it's unlucky for Stephen Smith because he was ultimately a sitting duck and had no way of being able to avoid it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, looking back on it, you know, I agree with you as well. And if we actually ever had a We Got Beef award, which, hell, you know what? I mean, we'll throw it out there. I don't care, but you know, we got beef. Smith's got to have beef. Not
he will.
not at Brandon, obviously. He's just got to be so mad that he's like, you got to be kidding me, damn it. Like, he's got to be so mad about that.
I'm sure right now, not knowing how Brandon's car was, he probably does have it based towards Bailey. But,
probably,
you know, if it's explained to him as Bailey can't do anything because the car's broken, he may be a little bit more understanding as well. And, you know, it's one of those things. Such a high speed impact, you know, car's not going to pull up. It's one of the unfortunate parts of racing here at Vegas. And fortunately for Smith, he was the unlucky one in that scenario.
Yeah, I mean, you got to hate it for him out of this right here. I mean, regardless whether or not he's got beef with Bailey or he's just got beef with just how it ends up out of it. I mean, I guarantee you, I mean, he's going to need a cold one after this to kind of cool off somehow, some way. But third caution is wrap it up and try to re-rack them, restack them, do it again, see if we can get a long green flag run in, obviously going all the way to lap 40. Up front, Austin Kalb started on the pole. Charles Rinker will be starting to his outside. Alex Evers, Aiden Morris trying to go for 2 in a row. That's the second row with Christian Coffey and Josh McConnell. That's the top 6. Look at the 32 up there. Benjamin tried to get a little jumpy. He actually pulled out a damn line. Race directors may actually look at that right there for the 32. Benjamin, he was already pulling up, trying to work his way around on the outside. Granted, I mean, you know, it is what it is, but damn, I'll tell you this much. He's hauling the mail through here. He doesn't really care, but you got to watch that right there. He didn't pull out a line. He didn't stay in line. I don't know how they may rule that. That'll all be up to race control and what they decide, but Call leads them off turn 4.
Yeah, I mean, obviously jumping and changing lanes before he even got to the line there, and that's a big no-no in oval racing, as we know, Jake. And it's very lucky that it actually hasn't resulted in a caution or a wreck coming off of turn 1 as well, as we do have another one. Brannon and Smith have been into it again, and I think John Roberts, Josh McConnell has gotten away with it, but Roberts' car is completely wrecked, and this is how it's happened at turn 1.
Yeah, I mean, you know, never mind.
Oh, okay.
For a second, I thought Bailey might. Wow, I thought Bailey and Steven might have got into it because Steven might have been like, yeah, you screwed me up right there or whatever. I thought that was what the whole deal was. No. Turns out I missed it by a mile. McConnell up top, 43 down on the inside. John Roberts, he just slides right up, just gets him in the left rear. Sends them both down. They hit the inside wall. Roberts slides up. Bailey just tried to get by. He gets tagged in the left rear. Stephen Smith runs into him. Just a straight up cluster is exactly what you see right there. I mean, that's like that right there is like a cluster of crab legs down in Panama City Beach, Florida. That's exactly what that is. You got so much crammed in right there at one point, which obviously, Hamish, I'm sure you know about crab legs. It is crab meat, and it's not beef per se, but yeah, I mean, I don't know where the hell I was going with that as far as the meat and the beef and all that went. But anyway, I mean, that's kind of what you got. You got a cluster with about 4 or 5 of them getting into it.
Let's watch it on board Stephen Smith, because this is going to be a wild ride. Oh, my God.
That poor innocent man.
He's done nothing to deserve this evening. And almost two green flag laps in a row. He's been called out.
Back to back, yes.
Back to back. And it's a really unfortunate. Brandon, I suppose, getting maybe some karma from the gods because his car wrecked and he hit Smith, but that'll probably end the race for some of those drivers now, unless Brandon didn't have to use the fast repair in the last stop when his car was wrecked, but I'd say more than likely he did since the wheel was hanging off it. But yeah, it's a hell of a way for it to end. In fact, he is in the green room waiting to come have a chat to us as well, so
Oh, wow.
we'll quickly bring him in. Well, I suppose that's some unfortunate karma, Bailey, that's brought your race to an end.
Karma for what?
Like
Karma
unlucky karma, because you've wrecked the caution before, haven't been able to pull the car up because it's broken, and you've hit Steve, and then John wrecks and he hits you almost in the same fashion, but also hits Stephen as well, who has just had the unluckiest night out there to be caught up in 2 in a row, and at no fault of his own either.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the heck happened that first one. I rewatched it, and I thought I had enough room. I don't know. It looked like a racing incident, but maybe I got into him. I don't know. That one was just straight crap. I don't know what that was. I tried to get around it, and they just came up, and the second I saw the side that whoever it was the second I saw the side of his car, I was like, yeah. Oh, it was John? Okay.
It was John. Yeah, so
well,
unfortunately,
well, maybe in addition to learning how to drive, he can learn to spell his name right. So,
well, I think I'm going to say the same thing I said about you about John.
With beef?
Yeah, they have beef.
Do we have beef?
They have beef.
Yeah,
over the
beef,
fact that
beef?
John doesn't spell his name with an H. It's Jon.
yeah, I have beef with illiterate people, and John is illiterate.
Oh.
We got beef.
There it is. Second time tonight, right there.
I'll
We're
say
getting beefy all the way
I'll
around
say
here, baby.
the same thing though about John as I said about Bailey. John was out. He had no control over the car. It was broken. It had ricocheted off the wall, and the amount of energy that was in that car, there was no way he was ever going to pull it up. And unfortunately, it's literally almost the same incident. 2 laps or 2 cautions in a row at 2 very similar corners. Bailey, we'll let you go. We're getting ready for this restart.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see you again next week when we go to Atlanta, and hopefully it's a better result.
Yep. Hopefully John knows to spell his name by then. So.
See you,
Buddy, appreciate it. Wow. Already getting on to people because they can't spell their damn name right. All right. Carl Ranker once again up here at the front. Will we make it all the way to 40? I have no idea at this point. Who knows? Honestly, who knows? We'll see what happens.
We're guaranteed on the fuel to get to 40, but can they survive to lap 40? That's the main question here, Jake, is can the field survive to lap 40 and keep themselves in the fight for the next 16 laps? I certainly hope so. And the front runners look capable. But Benjamin Svoboda making it nearly 3 wide through turn 3 and 4. Almost slide jobs Dylan McDonald through 4 there. He's a man that's pushing hard, but he's going to have to work very, very hard to get past Morris, Rinker, and Cole in the top 3. We could be on for an absolute show here in the battle for the race lead.
Well, Nicole up here still holding on to it with Rinker right in behind him. Aiden Morris there as well with Benjamin Boda. Piss on it. We'll go Boda. That'll be fine. We'll go with Benjamin Boda. Close enough. Now he's going to slide by Aiden Morris. We better get that name right, son. Here he comes, going for 3rd. Screw it. Let's take it 3 wide. Morris trying to get down on the inside, not able to get there. Benjamin going to get a twofer. A 2-for-1 special. He gets around Morris. He gets around Rinker. He was back there battling with guess who? Dylan McDonald. Pitted on lap 7. Tried it just to see if it would all work out, and damn it if he ain't trying to come back up here and get the stage win. McDonald, there you see him in this number 7 FedEx Toyota Supra. He's gonna slide up here 3rd, get around Breaker boy. He's coming for call.
Just to confirm, it's not actually a FedEx entry, it's an ex-wife entry on that
Close
car
enough.
for Dylan McDonald. But they're pushing on here onto the back of Austin Cole. They've got by Rinker. And now they'll battle for the race lead with Cole down the back stretch as well. But it looks like Benjamin's hit a wall here. He's managed to get past the other 3, but he's not able to get up to the tail of Cole's car. So he's going to have a lot of work to do here to fight for this race lead with 13 to go. Rinker wants the inside of McDonald through the tri-oval. They go. Just a little bit of overlap, but they managed to slot back into it with each other through turn 1 once more, and watch for Morris to try and gain up on them.
Yeah, Morris going to try to slide up here. Remember, he is the one that has the somewhat advantage of trying to go for the back-to-back one at Rockingham last week. So Morris in the 58 trying to slide up here and make something happen. Rinker right there in front of him as well. But now, for the most part, Hamish, everybody has kind of calmed down, so to speak. We ain't seeing a whole lot of two-wide racing, a whole lot of battling. I mean, maybe a little bit right there. I mean, Kyle Dean trying to get up under Evers right here for the 7th spot, and also go after Coffee. But other than that, well, never mind. As soon as I say that, Evers slides up and hits the damn wall. But other than that, Hamish, I think everybody's kind of calmed down, and I think they just want to go ahead and log some laps and at least get to the end of this first stage, go ahead and knock this first stage out.
Yeah, just get to the end of the stage, try and push on, and get yourself nice and tight. That's going to be the success now for the rest of this stage. We got Ryder Part there, as we stated, for Ryder. His first ever oval race tonight in iRacing, has not done an oval official, and he is pushing on in 36. Sits at the moment P9, down 1, so had good qualifying pace. He's sitting pretty well in this mid-pack and not actually getting into any trouble, so quite impressed by how well he's done. He's only 14 years old, as we said. He is keeping himself nice and clean as he tries to get past Kyle Dean here. And he's got past Alex Evers already through turn 1 they go. And just pushing on up towards P7 to gain a position in this race. He's back to where he started. He's going to have work to do that to get past Kyle Dean if he wants to gain anything here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they're trying to make happen right here. Ryder Pope tried to slide on up here, make his name known as well here with the NASCAR Throttle Nation Series. Pope right there on the inside, just inside the top 10. He's got Evers, and obviously our good buddy Mason Ramirez, Mr. Racing Mason, trying to make something happen. As soon as we talk about him, he loses 2 spots. Unbelievable. I mean, the owner of all this right here, we talk about him. We finally get a chance to talk about him. He loses 2 spots. He tries to flip around, tries to get one more out of it. Not able to do it. That's great. Go 3 wide. Mason thinking about it down on the inside, not able to do it. But Evers is losing his tail right now in that 12. Oh, battle. Oh, we got door banging. Morris and Boda up here battling for the 2nd spot. Austin Call hit the damn checkout button, said, see y'all later. But Morris and Boda going door to door, door banging, coming off of turn 4. And that may open the door for McDonald and Coffee to try to slide by as well. But like I said, Call, he hit the damn checkout button, and he has called out of here.
He has pushed this car on. He is super consistent on these lap times. It was 31.99 the last time by. This lap by, what is it going to be on the clock? 32.11. So he's averaging about 0.3 of a second between his lap times at the moment. Morris last lap was 32.38, so he gave up 2/10. 32.47 for Boda in behind him, and then 32.26 for Coffee as well. So there's a little bit of pace to be gained for these two who are running 2 wide previously on the last lap, but battle continues on for P2, but they've just given Austin Call quite possibly the stage win, because he is going to be very hard to chase down, and then he's also going to be very hard to get past as well, as Dylan McDonald gets super loose off the tri-oval grass. He's mowing out there, and somehow he kept it nice and tidy, but we're getting to the pressure zone now, Jake. 5 to go on the stage. Any of them could try and get this top 10, but right now I think it's Austin Call's to lose.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle really kind of, like I said, I mean, he has pretty much called out from the rest of the field and says, see y'all later. Morris now, he has been able to get around Benjamin Boda to try to make it happen.
Oh!
Good God, no! Big spin behind him. Coffee in the 9, able to hold on to it. Doing a little bit of landscaping work through the grass. Able to hold on to it, able to save it. No caution on the speedway, 5 to go. This call comes off of turn at number 2. But Morris trying to close that gap, trying to get the draft. But I'm telling you, that battle for the 3rd spot, God help every single one of them, because literally, you slip, you're screwed. That's just how bad it is.
So Boda at this point looks to be a little bit of a cork in the bottle. He fought so hard to get this car up in the top 3. I think he may have actually overheated the tyres, and he's now just struggling to get the speed out of this thing. You can see the pack of cars in behind, almost staggered 4 wide in towards turn 1. There's still 3 wide back there as well. with the likes of McCullough and Dean and others too as they battle for this position. But yeah, it's tight battling as McDonald gets past Charles Rinkenau, but one of them are going to try and find a way past Svoboda here because he is really becoming he is a heavy defender here. He is trying to hold them back, but look at the pressure that's on the back of him, Jake. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, oh, good Lord. I mean, you know, who's going to go where? Who's going to do what? You got Evers back there. You got Rinker back here as well. McCullough up here as well. There's Boda. Boda trying to block 3 lanes at one time. McDonald says, no, sir. Not today, old buddy. I'm going to slide it on down, and Benjamin going to try to slide up. Almost ends up getting around as well. Damn, they're going to door bank some more. McDonald up on the top side. He's going to lose some spots. My God, do these guys know that this is not the last lap? We still got a little under 100 laps to go. I mean, oh, my God, they're going to wreck like hell here in a minute. Oh, God, Kyle Dean able to hold on to it. This is what we want to see on a Wednesday night. But remember, coming around this time, call coming, never mind. Caution's going to come out. Austin Cole's going to stage. And Boda goes around. It was happening. Oh, yeah.
You knew
it's
it was
about to happen one night. It did. Oh, yeah.
The way that Svoboda was racing, there's smart racing in a pack, and then there's what Benjamin just did. He was ultimately over-defending, over-pushing to hang on to a stage podium. And the way that car was all over the road and just looking incredibly unstable, I can't say I'm too surprised, Jake, that incident happened because everyone's trying to get around him and he's cost them a multitude of time up to Aiden Morris in P2. And yeah, sometimes you got to know, we're in Vegas, sometimes you got to know when to hold them and sometimes you got to know when to fold them. And I think, unfortunately for Benjamin, he held the hand a little bit too long and he's unfortunately run out of chips now in this one.
I mean, he probably should have just folded right there, honestly, and just took his loss. But now he's ended up screwed because I mean, he did to himself, really. I mean, you can't. There's a point at blocking. There's a point at just doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But the stage will go to Austin Call. I mean, you know, they called the caution once again. We're right on board with old Boda right here. I mean, he was up top, down low, up top, down low. Bam! Got right rear hooked. Just set down the hill. Pretty sufficient contact to the inside rotated wall. It wasn't nothing like, oh my God, or nothing, but it was bound to happen. You see Dean right here. He slides up. He just goes to the top. Boda tried to block him, and that time right there, I mean, just didn't work out. Knocks the whole right rear off of it. Dean comes back up the track. Oh my God. I thought somebody was going to nail him again, but that's one of those things, Hamish, that I've talked about over and over and over and over and over again, is that what goes up must come down. Well, apparently here tonight, it seems like what is down, it's going up. Because every damn time we've seen this, we've seen somebody down on the apron, they're still moving, and they shoot up the racetrack. And when they shoot up the racetrack, they end up cleaning out about 2 or 3 other guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's, we can't really... We can't fault drivers for, unfortunately, not being able to pull up a car that's ended up in the wall because there's so much energy that's going through that car. You look at real-life racing, and real-life oval racing is a great example. Because of the amount of energy that's going through the car and the fact that the brakes on these things are like throwing a piece of paper out the back of a boat and expecting it to be an anchor, it doesn't want to pull up. It does not want to pull up. And thank you. And that's the struggle for these drivers, is they literally cannot pull it up. And unfortunately for those that are on the oval, they have to just hope and pray they can avoid if anyone's going to shoot back on the track. We can't put much fault on drivers. I previously have, and I've learned over the last year actually, they can't do much about it. It's not a track rejoin scenario where they've stopped and they've just pulled it back on the road. It is literally, they cannot pull it up. But then you get into instances like that where a car self-clears on someone to their outside and it's just ended in an absolute disaster. And we've seen it multiple times tonight of cars just self-clearing on each other. I think that the best thing we can say that they can improve upon, Jake, is just their spatial awareness. Just learn your spatial awareness. Learn you don't need to defend so hard for so long, and especially so early in the race. if you can keep yourself clean and keep yourself out of pit lane, you are going to reap the benefits so much more than everyone else will. You've just got to keep yourself tidy, and then that will lead to you getting fast, and then that will lead to you racing for race wins. So, you know, fair play to those that have stayed clean. Give them some props. Aiden Morris, the likes of Alex Evers, Ryder Poe, Austin Cole, Taylor Strong, Charles Rinker, they've all managed to stay out of trouble. Same with Dylan McDonald as well. And there's a lot more drivers towards the rear of the field that have kept themselves clean as well. But now it's time to make up and for what's happened in the first stage and try and keep doing it for stage 2.
Yeah, what's ironic out of this, though, Hamish, if you think about it, Aiden Morris, Alex Evers, and Ryder Pope, they have yet to go down pit road. Yeah. Like, literally, all three of them have yet to make a pit stop. Wyatt McCullough, he pitted on 15. Roberts pitted on 20. Taylor Strong pitted on 11. The rest of them went on 40. So they're on the freshies and full of fuel right here. So when will Aiden Morris go down pit road? I would think here very, very soon, because all these guys that took tires and took gas, they are going to slide right up here and literally eat them alive before it's all said and done. But Morris trying to hold his own to 3 wide for second. How about you, McDonald? Old McDonald is up here trying to rock and roll. And I bet you his ex-wife's got to be so happy with him as he's got an ex-wife on the car. Is he? Oh, no, he's going to get up into the fence. Hooks himself up into the fence. And now his ex-wife's going to be so mad at him right now, it's not even going to be funny.
Well, Aiden Morris probably just got the greatest lifeline of all time, because this car will be nearly out of fuel. He needs to come down pit road and fill this thing up, because, yes, he stayed out, but I think he stayed out assuming he would actually win the stage. But technically the stage ended early because the caution was out. So he stayed out for no particular reason other than to get track position and go to the top end. But I don't think he actually realizes that Austin Cole already won the last stage when that caution was thrown. So for Morris, he's probably just shot himself in the foot a little bit. Now, he's not out of the danger zone, obviously, but he is going to be at the rear of the field if he does come down pit road. If we look at what we've had thus far, all throughout the race, so had 6 cautions for 16 total laps across the first 45. So we've actually managed to go 29 laps green flag in this race, which is not too bad. But the fact that there's been 6 cautions across the 45 laps means, well, we've averaged a caution pretty much every 8 laps or so. So yeah, that's not as good when you break it down like that. But you know, 2 lead changes across the night. Been a strong race for a lot of drivers out there. For others, they've struggled. As we suspected, Aiden Morris is going to come into pit road, but everyone else already pitted. They're going to stay out, and they're going to push on now throughout the rest of this stage to try and get themselves to the stage end as best they can.
Yeah, and a couple of them might end up just going on down pit road as well, to kind of see what's up, and you know, maybe just go ahead, just top it off of fuel, try to do what they got to do, try to make it. Call's going to reassume the lead with Rinker right behind him, as they're going to obviously get the 2 to go right here, get back at it as well. Hey, real quick, Hamish, we got a third announcer sitting right here with us real quick, so he's bouncing all over the place. The third announcer that kind of just slides right in here in the broadcast booth with us a little bit, 10 months old, my son, David Reed. David, you want to say something to everybody? You want to say something? Go ahead if you want to say something. Okay, never mind. He don't want to say nothing. He don't want to say a word. I guess Hamish, he's not into it. You sure? You want to say something? You want to say? What do you think? What do you think about what's going on, bud? Nope, he's trying to grab the microphone. Hamish, you may have to cover for me, buddy. He's getting a little bit restless. May have to take him to bed or whatever.
That's okay. But that's okay, Jake. We've got this for the next few laps here, of course. But yeah, what the name of the game has been over this first period is just drivers being able to keep it clean, and there's been some very, very good drivers out there who've managed to keep themselves nice and tidy. As we mentioned, the likes of Austin Cole, Charles Rinker, even Taylor Strong's managed to avoid some wrecks at times as well. Stephen Hilliard, Josh McConnell, Christian Coffey, Mason Ramirez is getting himself tidy too, as is Cody Swim and Aiden Morris and Alex Evers. Now, there's been a couple of drivers who've been caught up in incidents like McCullough, like Robertson, and those that are already out of the race as well. We do have the admin in here who is server muted at the moment in Mason Ramirez. We might see if we can get a chat to him if we do get another caution shortly after this as well. Bubba in the chat saying the 2-car is a joke. That would be Stephen Hilliard. I haven't seen anything from Stephen, though, that has really shown that he's been driving like a joke, though, I must say. He hasn't been driving very grievous or aggravatingly or anything like that, but he has tried to sneak his way forward up the order into the top 10. But the control of the field once more will go to Austin Cole and to Charles Rinker. And the drivers in behind have got to try and survive as best they can and as long as they can. Keep themselves nice and tidy. Lights are out on the pace truck. We're going to get ready for a restart here out at Vegas once more. Just the 6th portion of this race. Averaging a caution at this stage every 8 laps or so. Can we keep it green and mean to the end of the stage? It'll be lap 48 when we go back to green flag running. And we will have 33 laps to go in stage 2. We've got to get it to lap 80. Can they manage it? Green flag running off of the restart zone. It's a great restart for Austin Cole and Charles Rinker once more, but Taylor Strong's managed to go with them incredibly well as they run through turn 1 once again. As I said, lap 48 to 134. We've got less than 100 laps to go here at Vegas. Can they keep themselves tidy for the rest of the run? You see just the rocket ship that is Cole's car has pushed forward up into P1 and now pushes on in the hopes that he can break away from the likes of Rinker and Strong and Hilliard. Just continues to keep the pressure off himself right now. McConnell, Coffey and Mason Ramirez in behind, battling away with Aiden Morris, who's looking to get himself back forward once more. Now, he's managed to stay out of drama thanks to his previous pit stop. Now, his last pit stop he pitted on lap 45. So he could actually make the stage end now without another stop. The problem for him is, though, if we get another caution, the other cars who stayed out will also make the stage end as well. Lap 50 of 134. Pressure is continuing to be apparent for those drivers out there, with Austin Cole and Charles Rinker lightening the load off themselves, about a second back to Hilliard with a huge pack of cars on his heels, pushing into his pure limit. Down the back stretch into turn 3, you can see 2 wide, Strong and McConnell fighting hard for this. Ramirez wants to sneak his way through as well. Can he hang on to a solid position here amongst the top 10? We right on board with him. On the tail of McConnell, who was in the wreck earlier on with John Roberts. That brought out one of our early cautions this race. But he's kept himself tidy at this point in the 56 car. Strong, struggling to keep Morris behind him. Further back as well, and then you see those cars on the inside. Coffey and the Dente livery of McCullough as well, fighting up towards the top 10 once more. Evers in behind Strong too, looks to keep the push going. And watch for Dylan McDonald, who's had great pace tonight, but is off strategy a little bit. And down the order, a lap down on this field. He needs another caution to get back onto the lead lap at this stage. Jake, we've kept it nice and clean off this restart. It's lap 52 of 134, and right now, Austin Cole and Charles Rinker have got control of the field by about a second. Back to Stephen Hilliard.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we've watched Austin Cole so far throughout this race. He's honestly, from what I can see, he's the one that I think we really need to be watching for, because he's literally the fastest guy around here right now. Hilliard actually a little bit faster as well, but Cole's been able to get that number 81 Toyota up at the front. He actually got Affleck right there on the hood, but he ain't had to worry about calling the duck here tonight to try to get his insurance premiums or any type of the situation in that manner. But Cole kind of kept it clean and has been up front most of the race and doing a pretty damn good job of it. But Rinker right there in his tire tracks, 3/10 back. There you see Mason Ramirez, 13 up here, trying to mix it up, trying to go up here for the top 5, trying to go for 4th. McConnell right in front of him, and Aiden Morris right behind him as well. You can throw a blanket over these guys, about 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, all of them fighting for the top 3 up here.
Yeah, indeed. John Roberts fighting further back with Taylor Strong as well, who's dropped some time here. Now, Strong had a good position for the restart, but unfortunately for him, he's just struggling to hold on to some consistent pace. want to take this time as well just to give a shout out to those that have been in the chat with us tonight too. Dean Sim Racing is out there with us. He gave us a couple of comments before we got going tonight. Buckshot Plays as well out there, one of the sponsors of this race for the Buckshot Plays 200 at Las Vegas as well. He claims that the O'Reilly Series is still the Busch Series to him for Buckshot.
Yes.
CW Wrestling official in the chat saying, what car is Trey in? We don't have a Trey in the field, so I'm not sure who you might be thinking about. Noah Miracle as well. This racing is so dog. Never watching this league again. Well, we appreciate your engagement, Noah, but unfortunately this is not an airport. You don't need to announce your departure. But we appreciate you tuning in at the start of the night as well. And then Bubba J Racing before saying that 2-car is a joke. I don't know how he can claim that. We haven't really seen anything bad from Stephen Hilliard tonight. He has kept it nice and tidy, nice and clean, and he's got himself up into P3 at this stage, Jake. Up double-digit positions.
Yeah, I mean, he really has. I mean, you know, he is the biggest mover in the field up 16 spots, that being Stephen Hilliard. So you can't really fault that too. You know, being up here in this, you know, the position that he's in, I mean, up into the 3rd spot. I mean, Morris back here trying to get around McConnell and get up here as well. But we love the engagements that we get here on Motormouth Broadcasting. So by all means, you know, light it up, holler at us, try to keep it, you know, a little friendly, I guess you could say. But yeah, I mean, you know, some good stuff as well. Cole and Rinker showing them how it's done. Obviously, Bailey, Brandon saying that, and also John is still in the back of the pack, struggling to spell his name. Man, we got beef in the chat. We had beef already in the chat as well. But you know, I mean, yeah, I mean, good stuff. Obviously, you know, y'all putting out there. So by all means, holler at us, you know, as well. But no, I mean, come on, man, seriously. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with this league, man. I mean, I'd like to know what kind of league you're in. Anyway, that's beside the point. You see Morris trying to get up here as well. He was able to get around Hilliard and get around McCullough. So Morris now back on the charge up to the 3rd spot. He's up 7 spots.
He's done a great job to get up there. Hilliard is struggling. Hang on to that 3rd position on the road now. It's around about 1.2 seconds up to Charles Rinker in P2, but it's a further 0.9 of a second up to Austin Cole. So he started to turn the jets on now as Austin. And I mentioned it earlier on, you know, the reason that Austin is so good in these types of cars is A, he's fast, obviously, but he's really, really smooth. And he manages to keep the car clean, he manages to keep it out of wrecks. One of the reasons he can keep it out of wrecks today is that smoothness that I spoke about. I've managed to call a lot of races of Austin's prior to this, and honestly, he is super, super impressive in this car. He's only young. He's only in his late teens, early 20s, but yeah, the fact that he can keep this car so neat and tidy is what I think can put him a step above the rest at this point of the race. But, you know, Aiden Morris has proven to me previously that he's capable of doing so as well. It's whether he can get up to Cole and put the challenge to him and give us the battle that we're hoping for the race lead. As this gaggle of cars back continues to put pressure on each other, with Alex Evers getting past Mason Ramirez, racing Mason out there in P7. He's up 4 and into the top 10, but Stephen Hilliard right now, the only car up double-digit positions. He's up 14 running in P5, but he is under pressure from the lap-down traffic of Dylan McDonald, who's trying to get that car back on the lead lap, but he does need a pace car out there, Jake, to get that lucky dog performance for himself and get his car back onto the lead lap. But right now, he's running good and clean amongst his pack of cars.
Yeah, I mean, if he can just kind of hang around for just a little bit, you know, not try to get caught up in any more mess. Think about it, you know, we are here in the stage 2. They're going to go all the way to 80. So if he can kind of hold where he's at, hold his ground at least for about another 18 laps, he should be good to go. I mean, he should be able to just slide right on up here and get back on the lead lap, and then McDonald, rather. You got McDonald's, you got it all around here. Yeah, I mean, he'll be able to get himself back in position to get back on the lead lap, and then he can try to throw that strategy, try to get himself back in this. So McDonald's not out of the woods yet. We see him up here running. Technically, he would be in the top 5 as he is right there in front of Alex Evers, which, by the way, Evers running a throwback Jimmy Johnson paint scheme. Obviously, you know, with the lows and the stars and stripes, obviously Memorial Day coming this Monday. So Obviously, Monday being Memorial Day, obviously, remember what Memorial Day is all about. Granted, I mean, everybody wants to go cook out, everybody wants to go do this, everybody wants to go do that, and everything else. But remember what it's about. Remember what Memorial Day is all about. It's about the men and women who have paid the ultimate sacrifice for the freedoms that we have. So everybody just keep that in mind coming around on Monday for Memorial Day.
Well, we've, of course, got a chat there once again for Buckshot Plays as well, Jake. Watch forever, that fella can drive, and he has proven himself tonight that he can. He's had great pace through practice. He's trying to get the job here in the race as well, up in the P5. But yeah, you know, we have our own Memorial Day in Australia. It's Anzac Day, back on August 25th. Oh, not August, April 25th, and then well, we have Remembrance Day on November 11th as well. So yeah, be sure to remember the message that your, you know, own country's Memorial Day, and think about the, you know, the importance of that day in your country as well, and you know, bring to light and remember the sort of sacrifice that is made from those men and women who represent your country overseas, and often at times have put up the ultimate sacrifice as well. Because of that too. We've got pressure starting to build for P2. Austin Cole is 1.9 seconds ahead, but Aiden Morris, Wyatt McCullough and Charles Rinker are battling hard here for P2, Jake. We've got 14 laps to go in the stage. The battle for the stage podium is still on for those three drivers.
Yeah, I mean, really sending it up here is Morris trying to hold on to that second spot. McCullough behind him. Cole's pretty much checked out once again by 2 seconds. Literally 1.8 seconds on the mark of that. McCullough right in behind him. Rinker right there as well. Evers, we talked about him. Obviously, Buckshot hollered him out. I mean, he's doing a fantastic job up in the 5th spot, but really doesn't have a shot unless we get a caution to try to get up here and possibly mix it up. As there you see Evers right there in the 12 behind him. You got Pope. You got Coffee back here into this mix as well. There's Ryder Pope in the 36 trying to mix it up. Coffee right there behind him as well. One driver off the pace down the bottom of the racetrack, 43. That's John Roberts. Looks like he's coming to pit road right here, Hamish.
Something happened to John then off of turn 2. I saw him in the background. Just exit stage left into the infield. I'm unsure why. He's come across very early to come down pit road, but I suppose maybe he just wanted to get out of the way and not try and get in anybody's way as he hoped to come down pit road once more. Now, this long green period is not helping those people at the front, though. We're on lap 69 of 134, make it lap 70. And yeah, the long green run is not necessarily helping those drivers who have stayed out since lap 40, but we have had a few cautions in there that probably help them save just that little bit of fuel to get them to the stage end. But ultimately, if Cole needs to pit, stage lead's going to go to Morris, and that's why McCullough and Morris are fighting so hard over this.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they're trying to make happen. Obviously, going to 80, Morris, McCullough. There you see the battle going on. But here's the thing about this. We kept talking about the Morris, McCullough, Rinker kind of deal. Rinker's kind of fell off a little bit. Morris and McCullough, they are starting to catch Austin Cole. Austin Cole kind of maybe wore his tires out a little bit. They're actually catching him by 0.2 of a second a lap. Not sure if they're going to catch him in time. They may be able to catch him in time. Got about 10 laps left right here. If they can knock off about 0.2 a lap right here, Hamish, they may be able to catch Cole, but obviously, you know, the old saying, catching them is one thing, passing them is another. We'll see what the time is right here. Cole 32.446, Morris 32.267. McCullough hit a 32.202, so they are catching Austin Cole. Already knocked off about 1/10 right there going through 1 and 2 as Cole almost got up into the fence.
Yeah, they're just starting to push themselves now to chase him down, and one thing that would help him at this stage is if there was another caution, because that would at least guarantee he can fuel save this thing to the end of the stage. And well, if it were to come out within the next 2 laps, it would end the stage early, so it would give him the stage win already. So for Austin Cole, he just needs to hang on. I mean, those guys have got pace to chase him down, sure. Their tyres are 5 laps newer, yes, but as you said, Jake, they can catch him. They've got to be able to get past him, and he is very, very difficult to hang on to and to get past. He can run the same line every single lap. He's got pinpoint accuracy, and he may be put to the test here by Aiden Morris, but Aiden Morris is going to be put to the test as well to try and get by into the race lead.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole deal right here as well. They've already got it down to under a second with obviously 7 to go. Morris, I mean, he's going to put the pressure on him. Call actually maybe struggling a little bit right here. Still 32 4s. Morris with 32 3s. McCullough actually starting to eat into Morris a little bit with 32 2s. As everybody kind of spread out. This is what you would, I mean, this is normal. I mean, this is what you get on a mile and a half. And now you're starting to see multiple grooves start to come into play as they work their way around here at Vegas. Call obviously taking a little bit down, well, I mean, maybe about a lane up. Morris taking about the same line that Call is, trying to get the draft, trying to suck up to him and try to make it happen. But McCullough takes it all the way down in the cellar. Well, Grandpappy has a moonshot from Granny that's right up against that white line down on the bottom of the racetrack. Call going to come around this time and get the call, no pun intended, for 5 laps to go here in stage number 2. Austin Call still holding on, but now half a second back is Aiden Morris.
Morris continuing to chase him down. McCullough on his tail as well. It's probably helping him that McCullough is not pressuring him too much, willing to work with him to get up to Austin Cole. And just continuing this little, little back and forth dance of trying to chase him down and then looking to battle him to the race lead. We're going to have 4 laps to go as the commencement of lap 77 this time by. Can Aiden Morris catch Call, and can he challenge him for the race lead? I wonder if Call is saving some fuel right now, Jake, and that's why he's just dropped a little bit of time back to Morris and McCullough at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, a good possibility. Maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe just trying to save a little bit, trying to do what he's got to do, but to be able to try to make it one way or another. I mean, granted, they pitted on lap 40. They had a couple cautions, try to make it happen as well, try to save some gas. But remember that fuel run, that fuel window that these guys are having to deal with, that's between 30 and 36 laps. So maybe that's what it is. White and Aiden, they both pitted on 45. So they could be into that mix of being able to make it. Call trying to save a little bit, but then again, he might have saved a little bit, maybe not. Here comes White McCullough. 15 going to try to close right up on the back door of him coming around this time. There will be 2 laps to go once they hit the line right here. McCullough got a pretty good little shot right here to get him a stage 2 win.
He's on the heels of Austin Cole, but he's only got 2 laps to get past. Does he have enough time? Does he have enough grit and tenacity and ability to get past that 81 in the race lead? It's massive pressure. This is a make it or break it moment for the driver of the Dente machine, for McCullough. He's on his heels. He's going to have 1 lap to do this, Jake, left in the stage. And I don't know if he can, but stranger things have happened with 1 to go in stage 1. Stage 2.
Yeah, we'll see if he can try to make it happen. He's going to full send it through 1 and 2. Try to get up here, maybe take the air off of Call's spoiler, slide him up the track. Lap traffic is going to possibly play a factor. That's Kyle Dean in the 3 right here in front of him. May throw some dirty air on Austin Call. Dean going to slide up the racetrack just little by little. And now down on the inside, here comes McCullough. McCullough's got room. He jumps down on the apron. Will he be able to make it work? Damn it all, it was a brutal finish at the line. I think McCullough got him. No, Cole got him.
Yeah, I think Cole got him.
It was close.
Yeah. McCullough has passed the line, though. Mason Ramirez is the 10th driver in the stage. I do believe Austin Cole was the race leader, though, at the line. We'll have to watch this back to see who was there at the time of getting to the line. He's one of the good forward here. Let's try and watch this back. Trying to get up to the start-finish line, and we'll try and see who was ahead before the line. Was it McCullough? Was it Cole? This is through the tri-oval. It was McCullough. Yeah, McCullough got him.
McCullough got him.
He got him by getting onto the apron. So McCullough with the stage win at the very end of the stage. Cole P2, Morris P3, and I think the factor of that lap traffic, Jake, you mentioned it, the dirty air that came off it. that might have just hurt Austin Call's entry into turn 3, and that's allowed McCullough just to carry a bit more pace, set himself up for the move, and literally got him right on the line.
Yeah, I mean, wow, what a drive. Austin Call trying to go for the sweep here tonight, not able to do it. McCullough will end up getting stage 2. Call got stage number 1. Try to go ahead and let them go ahead and make pit stops. Obviously, could have come in, get 4 tires and fuel. There is the stage ending for stage number 2 for the finish. McCullough, Call, Morris, Evers, Pope, Rinker, Coffey, McConnell, throwing me off, with Hilliard and Mr. Ramirez, Racing Mason himself. That's the top 10. They're going to slide on down pit road this time. And maybe, just maybe, when they come out of the pits, may have a little talk with McCullough. Also, try to see if we can get Austin Call as well. Remember, he did end up getting the stage 1 win. Wow, we got a couple, damn, 36 just way in there. Ryder Pope, he hit the inside rotated wall, had to back up, try to get his tires or at least get his pit crew to start. But Call obviously going to have that number 1 pit stall. Will it be able to work? Will he be able to beat him out? No, sir. Looks like McCullough going to be able to beat out Austin Call, who was in that position. I mean, you know, he was able to pull it off and make it happen. Looking, cannot find Wyatt McCullough unless you was able to bring him up here. I believe you did. Wyatt McCullough, we'll get you up here in the broadcast booth, buddy. Congratulations on that stage 2 win. Tell us about it.
Well, everybody's tires are falling off when it's getting cool out, so I don't know why that is, but got past Austin and right in the line and took the stage win.
I mean,
Hamish, you got anything for him?
A great stage win for yourself, Wyatt. You had to slowly chase him down, going onto the apron for the stage win, obviously. It was right at the line that you were ahead of him. Literally barely anything in it, but solid stage win to boot as well. Can you carry that momentum throughout the rest of this race now? I mean, Cole's got some good pace, as does Morris. Have you got something for them on board the Dente out there?
Oh, absolutely, man. We're going to ride this damn thing for the win tonight.
Well, we wish you the best of luck in that, and congratulations on the stage 2 win. We'll see if we're chatting to you at the end as a race winner as well.
Oh, baby, you gotta love that right there out of Wyatt McCullough right there. Just, you know, ride that Dente all the way to the end. See if we can very, very quickly go find Austin Call, bring him on up here as well. Austin, buddy, you got the stage 1 win. Damn, it's a photo finish trying to get to the end of stage 2, buddy. I mean, your analysis of the race so far.
These two are faster than me, Wyatt and Aiden. I don't know what I'm doing wrong on the right front, but I just can't save it for the life of me. So hopefully I can figure something out on the strategy in this last stage and get a win.
Alrighty. Hamish, you got anything for him before we go back green?
Well, Austin, some great pace thus far. You've kept it really clean. You managed to stay out of wrecks as well. Hopefully, for your sake, you can remain that way throughout the rest of this race here. We'll let you get back to it and ready for the race restart. Congrats on the stage 1 win earlier in the race.
Thank you.
Well, here we go, back at it, getting ready. This is the nitty gritty stage, like or what I like to call. This is when it gets down to dirty, all the way to the end to try to get the win of the race. Green flag back in the air. You know, Dente, McCullough up at the front, Call right in behind him. Morris back there battling with Alex Evers. One driver coming back on the track, possibly, I believe that is Kyle Dean coming back on the racetrack. Comes Austin Call down to the inside, not able to do it. McCullough's going to get the run off turn 4.
He's not able to get the run through just yet, but he's just going to hang with him. We've got, a little under 50 laps to go here out at Vegas Motor Speedway. Plenty of time to put the pressure on. They will need another stop to get these cars home. Critical lap for this one will be roughly lap 98 to 100, depending on the fuel usage. So this could be a very interesting run to the end. They can go as far, if it stays green, they can go as far as lap 118. So it's whether you've got to push it to 118 or whether you want to come in earlier, not have to do the calculations on your fuel. and see if he can push this car to the very end with some fresh tyres on board. As Cole looks to go over the race lead up towards turn 1. Lap 87 to 134. Can he do it? Down the inside at 1 here, Austin Cole and Wyatt McCullough. Great pace between the both of them. Both the stage winners battling for the race lead. He can't get by just yet, but watch for Evers on the back of Aiden Morris as well, and Charles Rinker. Those guys have got good pace on board those Chevrolets.
Yeah, I mean, really, really good stuff to get going on back here. All this going on. This is the top 5 on your screen, folks. McCullough, Call, Morris, Evers, and Rinker flip-flop back. And one driver not able to get that lucky dog as of yet. It is Dylan McDonald, still 1 lap down on the field. Needs one more caution to try to get back in this. He's got Ryder Pope right here in front of him as well. And Coffee back there as well, trying to mix it up. And good night for Ryder Pope. Started 8th and currently sitting in the 6th spot. Pretty cool that he's actually still up there in the position he's in. We saw him on pit road a while ago. He completely screwed the pooch trying to get into the pits. Hit the inside retaining wall right there at the pit box. Able to back up and not really lose a whole lot of spots. He's still just outside of the top 5.
He's done well. He's kept himself nice and tidy in his first oval race. Probably couldn't have asked for a better combination for his first time out there at O'Reilly Series car at Vegas Motor Speedway. It's a match made in heaven almost, and he's done incredibly well in his first outing for such a young driver in the field, of course. Youngest in the field, being that he is only 14 years old. He's doing a fantastic effort as Christian Coffey trying to chase him down as well. Race leaders, though, McCullough and Call continue to fight here, but they've got Morris and Evers and Rinker still tucked in tightly behind them. We have got 44 laps to go across the line here, Jake. It's anyone's game here out at Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, literally anybody's game right here. Now it's going to be not necessarily at the point where you would put all the chips in the middle right yet. You still got a little bit of time, before you can try to go all in, to at least try to make it happen. So, but I'm telling you what, Austin Call, he's calling this shot once again, trying to go maybe pop me. He's putting on a hefty ass raise right here, trying to slide in here and get a hold of it as well. McCullough, though, not backing down. He will not be denied up here at the front. Cole wearing him out on the back end, trying to go to the inside, trying to go down there, trying to make something happen. But with this battle up here at the front, it was a 2-horse race. Aiden Morris has now joined the party, as well as Alex Evers up here now.
Yeah, that's the issue for Cole. He couldn't get the move made, so it's slowed both of them up, and it's allowed Morris and Evers under the tail of him. He wants the inside through 3 and 4. Can he get the move made to the race lead? For Austin Cole, it'll be side by side up towards the tri-oval. He's got to try and hang as much speed as he can towards turn 1 to take on to the race lead. Watch for Morris and Evers, though. They'll be waiting there like a dustpan and brush, ready to pick up the crumbs if they drop the sandwich. Somehow McCullough still hangs on to the lead. It appears to me, Jake, he's a bit stronger through 1 and 2, where Cole is stronger through 3 and 4, so they're pretty well balanced right now in this battle for the race win.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much very, very strong what they're seeing up here now. Evers going to dive down to the inside of Aiden Morris. Battle for 3rd going on now as Rinker kind of laying in the weeds, trying to kind of maybe see what's going to happen up here and maybe pounce on both of them, try to get him a 2-fer as well. Evers able to slide down to the inside. He will take over the 3rd spot. So Evers, with the power of the Jimmy Johnson Lowe's paint scheme, slides up into the podium spot. Wyatt McCullough up 8 spots. He's not the biggest mover. Stephen Hilliard's still the biggest mover, up 10, now 11 spots to get around Josh McCullough. We got McCulloughs, we got McDonald's, we got McConnells. We got it all here on Motormouth Broadcasting with the NASCAR Throttle Nation Series.
They're trying to be the best Big Mac that they possibly can and stack themselves to a solid performance here in Vegas. McConnell is down a couple of positions inside of the top 10. He's got Hilliard ahead of him up 11 as Charles Rinker finally gets by Aiden Morris, who is dropping a little bit of time here to those cars ahead. And the lap traffic of Taylor Strong behind them as Rinker now moves up into P4, and they've got to try and chase down this 1.1 second gap up to Alex Evers on the back of the top 2 with Cole and McCullough ahead of him. It is still anyone's game though. We're only a few laps away from what could be classified as critical lap, Jake, to get them home. Lap 98 to lap 100. Lap 100 would be the much safer option. You almost guarantee yourself to get home at that point, with 98 being a little bit on the edge of possibility depending on your fuel usage. But we can see for Cole and McCullough, they're battling hard for this race win, but Evers is super sneaky. He's going to try and get this job done if he can pick up any pieces that they drop on the floor. As Cole to the race lead through 1 and 2.
Yeah, here comes Cole, able to slide down to the inside. Maybe not. They door back a little bit, coming off of turn 2. Evers now sliding up here into this mix, as he's going to slide up here, possibly get him another twofer, and slide up here and get the race lead. Morris was up here into this mix. Morris has literally fell off a damn cliff and has fell back about 5 seconds back from all of it. But now McCullough able to go back by Austin Call. He will retake the race lead as we're closing in on 30 laps to go here tonight for the Buckshot Plays 200 here tonight at Vegas.
Well, this has been an exciting and enticing battle for our race lead. We've still got the tightening battle further back in the pack as well, with Ryder Poe, McConnell, and then Elliott all involved as well. As into pit lane comes Cody Swim aboard that 77 car. Stephen Smith's been in pit lane for the last 20 minutes after his race was ended in contact on turn 1. We're on lap 99, nearly onto lap 100 here, Jake. We can get home from here. Will it take some fuel saving, or will they be able to just push on when they come through pit lane? The one thing I think they're hoping for, though, is a yellow flag. They want a caution stop. They don't want to be forced into a green flag stop at this stage of the race, and they've got about 10 laps to make the decision before they're going to have to come down pit road.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you joined us last Wednesday night, there was a little bit of strategy that got played at Rockingham. At least from what I can remember, I was on vacation. I'd had a couple, but that's beside the point. I mean, there was some strategy that played in with Aiden Morris. Thought he was actually going to have to pit. Turns out he was able to strategize it a little bit, and he got the win. So strategy could come into a little bit of play, but I agree with you on that, Hamish. I mean, yeah, these guys, they would love to go ahead and get a caution and not have to worry about all the strategy and all that good stuff. Get the caution, go on in, get 4 tires, fill it up, and basically just send it for the rest of this race. That way they ain't got to worry about nothing, and you can go full stand and try anything possible to try to help yourself in the standings, or try to be able, if you're up at the front, try to help yourself get a win, or even if you're back in the back and you are like a Dylan McDonald, get that lucky dog, get back on the lead lap, and then be able to find yourself back up into the mix to try to get the win here tonight at Vegas. McDonald actually, from what we're showing, he actually got around McCullough, so technically he's on the lead lap right now. So the lucky dog would be Taylor Strong as the 14. You see him down on the bottom of the racetrack. Charles Rinker. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's got a meatball. Something happened to Rinker.
I have to wonder if he has gone up into the wall, possibly, and has hurt that steering. The engine looks fine, so I would say that he's actually just run wide at some point and clapped the wall, and that's why that car is struggling at this stage. He's going to have to ease out pit road and get it fixed up if he can. You can see here that Morris is just struggling on those tyres as Poe continues to race strong ahead of him, but top 3 still tightly contested here, Jake. McCullough, Cole, and Evans, as we've got 31 laps to go here out at Vegas. Any of them can win it, but we have probably had our longest green flag period of the whole race here off of that last stage caution, and it's been great to see.
Yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic to see the long green flag run that Vegas produces, and then eventually you start to see some of those lines start opening up. Now you start to see it. Everett's kind of going up about the middle to closer to the high line to try to get the run off of the corners. Maybe has something for Alex Call. It's working out for him a little bit to be able to also try to catch Wyatt McCullough up at the front as well. But McCullough being very true to what he has been doing all the way down on the bottom of the racetrack. As Morris looks like he's going to lose another spot. Christian Coffey's going to slide by him. I'll tell you what, there is some guys, Hamish, that is really wanting that caution right now, but damn it all, Aiden Morris He wants it like now. Like he wants him to go ahead and throw that caution like now. I need it bad as Alex Call's going to take the opportunity. Says this is the time. The time is now. Austin Call makes a call for the pit stop.
I don't mind the gamble. The issue for Austin Call is now he'll go a lap down, and if a caution's thrown, he could be trapped a lap down. So for McCullough and Evers, they want the caution to keep Austin Call out of the opportunity of a race win. For Austin Call, he wants it to stay green until, at the very least, these guys come down pit road. He's obviously trying to undercut them just slightly. He only takes fuel and right side tyres. He hasn't taken 4. He's trying to gain some time through pit road to push this car to the very end. It's a bold strategy, but it is one that we've seen work out before. And with less than 30 laps to go, could it be the strategy that wins him the race?
Very much possibly could be, as now you got to see McCullough dive down to the inside. He's going to hit pit road. Go ahead and take that opportunity to jump on down pit road for his stop. Evers will retake the lead now in the number 12. When will he go? He's already saw Call go down. He's already saw McCullough go down. Got to thank Alex Evers, who was up there racing with these guys up at the front. Maybe I need to go ahead and come down pit road at least this time by to try to stay in sequence with them, or run a couple of extra laps and maybe try to help his case as well. As there you see Austin Call coming off of turn number 4, but Evers could run a couple of, just a couple. I wouldn't run no 10 laps or none of that crap. I would try to run maybe 5 laps more if you're going to do anything. Maybe run 5 laps more. Then at that point, I would just go ahead and at that point eat it, go down pit road, because then you're going to have a couple lap fresh tires. And then if you can save it and you can make it work, then you got a shot. Then you can get around Call and get around McCullough as well with the freshies. Try to help yourself try to win this race.
So I've just seen what's somewhat worked out for Austin Call. He's managed to gain roughly 7 seconds on McCullough by only taking right side tyres, because ultimately, Jake, he didn't need a full tank of fuel in that car to get it home. He only needed 12 or 16 laps to get this car to the end. So he didn't need a full tank. So he's opted to take enough fuel to get him to the end with right side tyres. So this car will be faster with slightly better tyres on one side of it, which you don't really need to take lefts here at Vegas. 25 laps to go. We'll see what strategy Alex Evers is playing as he's now come down pit road. Will he take right sides, or will he make possibly the mistake of taking a full set and a full tank, where these cars are going to be heavier, they're going to be a little bit slower? Austin Call may have just made the right call to get himself into a race win, but only time will tell whether he can make that happen. As Evers in, we'll see what the stop time is for him in pit lane. If he shoots over 9 seconds, he's going to lose this race lead, as he is about to lose it to Austin Call. So Call will come through. Evers takes a full set as he exits pit road. Where is McCullough? There he is. So the undercut's going to work for McCullough to stay ahead of him. But now he's got to chase down what is a 5.5 second gap up to Call, as Evers has just done a 30.7. His best of the race, 0.15 faster than the previous best of Austin Call. So this man's on a move. He's on a mission. He's looking to chase down what is the correct race leader in Austin Call. As Mason Ramirez now leads the race here. 23 laps to go. But he does need to come down pit road as Cole gets past Morris.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to try to make it happen, as well as Josh McConnell's also got to make that pit stop as well. He's actually right in behind Mason Ramirez. Could be a little bit of battle for the lead, at least before they make their pit stop that they got to make. But Cole, damn, I mean, he's putting down the laps, 31.3. Wyatt, though, actually popped the 30.7 that last time around. We'll see what they get this time. Obviously, Call got to hit that 31.3 as well. What does McCullough hit? Oh, 31.6. So he lost 0.3 on that one right there. Maybe trying to work his way around traffic as well to try to slide up here. I believe he was trying to get around Ryder Pope right there in that 36 behind him. Come back this time, 20 to go, though. Call got him by 0.3 that time, and now Wyatt able to get around Aiden Morris. Morris still has yet to make that pit stop as well.
He's trying to
The
fuel
chase
save.
is on. Yeah, he's trying to save as much as he can, but the chase is on. It's Cole and it's McCullough trying to see if he can chase him down.
We'll see if he can. McCullough has got time to burn. He's got tyres to burn, but has he cost himself too much time not being in the draft to Austin Cole? This is a manageable gap with 20 laps to go. Ultimately, for McCullough to chase him down, he's only got to outlap him by 0.4 of a second every single lap. I say that like it's something easy, but it's really not. If Cole can keep the margin to 0.2 every single lap, he can manage this car to the race win. Mason Ramirez now down pit road. Josh McConnell continues on. Can he chase him down though, Jake? That's the question. Can he chase him down? It was a 31.6 the last lap. McCullough got into the 30s with a 30.95. So he has gained about 0.7 on that last lap. Has Cole got anything for him though if he catches him?
He's got to keep being consistent. That time around 31.0, 31.6. So yeah, McCullough's, he is eating in to that gap between him and McConnell rather. Josh McConnell, the 56, is yet to make that pit stop, still saving as well. Just trying to save all that he can to try to be able to make it, or at least try to make it as far as he possibly can. But we'll see what we get this time around. Call as he hits the line. And looks like he's still got a 31.6 out of it. McConnell, damn, I'm telling you, boy, that's a tongue tire right there as well. McCullough, damn, I'm sorry, James. I'm trying right here. You got McConnell, you got McCullough. Literally, that is a meal in itself. But McCullough still a half a second faster than Austin Call. Call now going to take the lead. He gets around McConnell, and McCullough now he's going to be able to get it by him. And it is down to 3 seconds. He chipped in about a half a second that time as well. So McCullough is on the charge trying to run down Austin Call.
I mean, it's the exact margin he needs to chase him down by, 0.4 of a second every single time by. And he's just done that on that last lap. So if he can continue this consistently, he will catch Austin Call by the end of the race. And knowing the sort of pace that McCullough has, he'll likely get past him as well. So for Call, he was playing the game of track position, hold on to something and try and gain that race lead, maybe thinking he can defend it at least, if he can't quite attack for it. But he's just had to get past some lap traffic of Mason Ramirez and Josh McConnell as he's come out of pit road. We still suspect that Aiden Morris is going to have to come down pit road because there ain't no way in hell that he's going to be able to save 16 laps of fuel to get this car home, Jake. So Morris will have to come down pit road eventually, but unfortunately for him, I think he's given up way too much time trying to fuel save this. 37.09 is not a competitive time, especially when everyone else can get their cars home on their fuel and they're able to push on. In fact, he's about to go a lap down on the race leader.
Yeah, unfortunate right there for Aiden Morris trying to pull the back-to-back, if you will, but doesn't look like it's going to end up playing out at least the way that he wanted it to. But you basically made your bed. Now you got to more or less lay in it. You ain't got much of a damn choice now, so you got to kind of ride it out and just hope it ends up working out. Now the gap is down to 2 seconds. Austin Call up here still got it. There's McCullough back here riding with the Dente as well. He's cut it down to 2 seconds with 14 to go. He's going to catch him. I think he's going to be able to catch him. Unless he's going to burn his damn tires up before he gets there. McCullough will catch him. Like we said a while ago, Hamish, catching him is one thing, and passing him is damn sure another.
Now I wonder if we get a caution in the next 5 laps, Jake. Do we see the likes of Cole or McCullough come down pit road for fresh tyres? Do we see them come in to try and push on? Because I think you could almost get everyone to follow you if you come down pit road for a fresh set. And say McCullough is in the lead and he stays out, and Cole comes in. If everyone follows Cole, all of a sudden McCullough's screwed because Cole's not going to drop position. He's going to come out of pit road still in P2. So the worst thing that could probably happen for McCullough right now is a caution's thrown. The best thing that could possibly happen for Cole right now is he sees that yellow flag flying and he can get that car in pit lane and put a full fresh set on.
Yeah, I mean, that's the coolest thing about racing, Hamish, is you got drivers wanting different things. They want certain things to happen to try to benefit them, try to help them out as well. You got one guy wanting to caution, you got one guy saying, screw it, let it eat, baby. Don't change nothing. It's going to go one of the ways. It's going to go one way or another. You're either going to get the caution or you're not, and Mason Ramirez damn near caused it right there. Trying to get around McConnell in the 56. He's able to do it. And Mason Ramirez actually trying to get up here and mix it up. McCall is there's one right there in the grass. That's the 11, I believe it is. That's Taylor Strong down on the bottom of the racetrack. So Paul is wishing for the caution with 10 to go, and he keeps on wishing hard enough. He's probably going to end up getting it.
I can tell you right now, Jake, we've got more beef. Kyle Dean has got beef with Benjamin Svoboda over his race acumen this evening. Saying 32 can't drive. Thanks for ruining my night. Commentator said it best. There's defending him and there's whatever the hell that was. Or something like that. Brother needs to go back to Stevie Wonder driving school. His lessons clearly aren't complete.
Ooh.
So I think we've got beef.
Wow.
We've got confirmed beef. Kyle,
there you
go.
We got beef.
And we've got 9 laps to go. Is what we've also got. And there is McCullough almost on the tail of Cole. In fact, Cole's dropping here to Ramirez and to McConnell, and he's about to have Wyatt McCullough right on his tail. He said it himself. McCullough's got more pace than him tonight. Can he hang on, and can he defend for a race winner? Or is McCullough going to get by him and take one up on the stage 1 winner?
I'm telling you, this is going to be interesting right here, to say the least. And he is there. He is 0.2 of a second back. Coming back this time. 7 laps to go. Will it work? But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, Hamish. We've seen McCullough. He's been down on the bottom side the whole entire time. He hasn't really run the top side that much. Carl trying to jump down, and if he keeps it down on the bottom of the racetrack, that will help his case majorly. But damn it all, he better get down there, and he better keep it down there as McCullough. I thought he was going to send it into 1 and have a shot and try to get around him. McCullough now going to try to use the draft to his advantage, try to look down to the inside. Thinks about it. Now he's going to jump to the top side. Will he be able to make it work through 3 and 4? Not this time. Cole leads it at the line with 6 laps to go now.
It's an unbelievable storyline between the both of them. The strategies, the complete opposites, is up the inside at turn 1. Goes McCullough. Can he get this job done side by side? Down the back stretch off of 2. It's going to give the inside at turn 3 to McCullough, but this is where Cole's been strong all night through 3 and 4. Can he hang on that outside on those old left sides and newer right sides comparatively to the full set that's on McCullough's car? 5 laps to go. Pressure's on, and they're still side by side towards turn 1.
Oh, baby, here we go. McCullough down to the inside. Will he be able to make the pass? Yes, he will. Now Cole going to try to shoot down to the inside, try to make something happen as well. 2 lap difference between them on the pit stop. McCullough goes way down to the inside, tries to break the draft. Lap traffic going to possibly play a factor. Hell no, they're going to throw it up into the fence and get out of it. That was Cody swimming to 77. Ironically enough, the Dente's going to try to work together right here. Swim just got right on out of the way, didn't want any part of it. 4 to go. McCullough still with the lead. Evers about 5 seconds back. So pretty much it is a race for who is going to get the win. Costin doesn't come out. Evers, he'll be on the podium. He'll be good to go with that. But the ultimate factor right now is between who is going to finish first and second here in this race. And it's all coming down to McCullough and Austin Call.
There they are across the line, 3 to go here at Vegas, and pressure has built to its pure, unadulterated maximum once more. McCullough in the race lead, controlling this field. He only won it by the barest of margins at the end of stage 2. And for Austin Call, he wants to try and sneak this car by, put it back in the race lead. I don't think he has anything for him though. the fact that he only took right sides probably hurt him just that little bit in terms of the late race pace. He would have been hoping for that caution. It's going to be 2 laps to go here at Vegas. We're on to lap 133. And if a caution doesn't come out this time by, and I think Austin Cole has called it, he's dropped back, he's handed it to McCullough. It's going to be white flag this time by Jake, and it is White McCullough's race to win.
Damn sure is. White McCullough with the Dente. Talked about it when he won stage number 2 here tonight. Riding with the Dente, trying to make it happen. Coming back this time, he will see the white flag. And this is literally now his race to lose. Lap traffic, a lot of it up there in front of him. He's got to be worried about possibly if somebody ends up having a little bit of late race beef to happen right in front of him. He's got to try to dodge that. He's got a couple of them up here racing side by side. Cole trying to find something, trying to maybe just get McCullough. Hope like hell that he slips down on the bottom of the racetrack. Gonna be kind of hard for him to pull it off. Wyatt McCullough wins it here tonight. Buckshot plays 200 in Vegas. He gets the win here tonight. And the Dente rises here in the desert here at Vegas. Austin Cole is gonna come home second. And 5 seconds back is Alex Evers. He comes home with a third. Christian Coffey and Steven Hilliard, they're back here. They're still racing. They're still racing for the position. But Coffey's going to end up getting it. McConnell going to come out of damn nowhere and get the 5th on Hilliard and make it work. Wow, what a race all the way down to the wire. There's Mason Ramirez soldiering home as well. He ended up coming home with the 7th out of it, but the night does belong to Wyatt McCullough. El Dente, baby. There he goes, going down pit road right here. Burn it down for the crowd. There you go. He's gonna drift it through the short track on the front stretch. I love it.
What a race win. What a solid performance for Wyatt McCullough, who takes home a very, very impressive win here tonight out at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The provisional race results for you. McCullough ahead of Cole and Evers on the podium. Up 13 tonight was Christian Coffey, by the way. Cole led the most laps of 74. McDonald's had the fast lap of the race, 30.526. Cole was off the pole at home in P2. McCullough then did a great job. Started out of P9 up to P1 ahead of Cole Evers. On the podium, Coffey, McConnell, Hilliard, Mason, Ramirez, Charles Rinker, Dylan McDonald, Ryder Poe, the top 10. That's a great effort for Poe in his very first oval outing here in the NASCAR Throttle Nation Series. Morris had a strong swim. Dean Roberts, Svoboda, Sherry ahead of Smith and Brannan. 115 laps down. It was an intense race there, Jake. Tough one for some of those drivers out there as well, but ultimately, the podium has gone the way of the victor. Congratulations to them for doing such a great job in getting out there.
Yeah, absolutely. What a finish all the way down to the wire. McCullough able to bring it home. As we're going to try to look for him one way or another. We see him working around right there. Spire Motorsports guys, literally Cody Swim and Wyatt McCullough, they are teammates. Ironically enough, for the 7 and the 77 out here as well. We'll go ahead and bring up your race winner. And that was Wyatt McCullough gets the win here tonight. Wyatt, buddy, congratulations on the finish. Congratulations on the win. Question I got to ask you on this is, were you a little bit worried knowing that you was, 5 seconds back from Austin Cole? Weren't you a little bit worried knowing that this track does kind of lean towards burning some tires up? Weren't you a little bit concerned that maybe you burn them up a little bit too much trying to catch Austin?
No, on that second stint, I was able to keep my tires a little bit better than everybody else. But I knew that 3 to 4 lap gap between me and Austin pitted, I knew I'd be able to catch him eventually.
Damn, that's confidence right there, Hamish. That's a lot of confidence.
Although I was surprised, I didn't know how I lost that much time to him when I went to pit. I guess he took
right sides, and he only took enough fuel to get into the end. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, he didn't fill it up, and he didn't take 4, so that's why. But I mean, a great race for yourself, White. A stage win and a race win in that one as well. You'll win the round, with Cole being P2 in the round as well, but a solid performance in terms of points on the board and a race win to boot as well. Is there anyone that you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, absolutely. My teammate Cody, he ran in the back, but he kept me sane during the race, and fun to talk to him.
Very good, White. Well, best of luck next time out at Atlanta. Thanks so much for coming over chat to us, and yeah, congratulations on the race win.
Thank you.
You gotta love it, honestly. Keep him sane throughout the race. I mean, you gotta love that right there. Austin Call comes on with the P2. See them up there, everybody up there in the waiting room. So thank you very much for them getting up there and that. Austin Call, baby, you get the P2 out of this. I think I know where this answer is going to kind of go, but what more did you need to be able to try to get the win over McCullough here tonight?
There's 2 lap cars. I wish they stayed between me and didn't race past me. I don't know how much else I could have done to keep him behind me. And maybe there's a chance if I had taken 4 on that stop, I stay in front of him that way. But I mean, he's just fast. I did about as much as I could.
Well, we've got Atlanta coming up, Austin, next week. Are you confident that you might have a little bit more pace out there compared to those quicker drivers tonight than what you did here at Vegas?
Is it old Atlanta?
It's new Atlanta.
Oh, okay. I should be. I'm usually pretty good at saving tires there. Just hold my line in about 3rd or 4th place in line, hopefully. And then once the tires wear out, I can just drive around. And that's a strategy I've done a few times, and it's worked for most of the time outside of the next gen. So hopefully I can make that work next week and grab a win there.
Well, we appreciate your time, Austin. Is there anyone that you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Shout out to you for sending me the Discord. Few minutes before this race started. I would have had nothing to do tonight. And now I've found a league to run on Wednesdays. Shout out to Charles, Bailey, John, with no H. John with no H. Zach Smathers was in Discord all night. So was Paul Harris. They're all cool. So yeah, thank you to those guys.
Well, we wish you the best of luck at Atlanta, Austin. Thanks so much for coming over chat to us, and congratulations on the Stage 1 win, the P2 in Stage 2, and the P2 in the race. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty, that was Austin Call comes home with it here tonight with the P2 spot. Try to see if we can run down Alex Evers. There he is. Slide him on up here in the booth. Alex Evers, buddy, you get you a 3rd out of it. Granted, you were 5 seconds behind the battle for the win. That ain't trying to throw you under the bus or nothing like that, but you still get the podium here tonight. You're taking the race here tonight, buddy. I mean, awesome race.
Man, you're calling me out that quick. If you
Well,
checked when I came out of pit road, though, I was 10.6 seconds off the lead. So I cut 5 seconds off in those last laps.
right.
It was really
Well,
just
yeah,
a
that's good.
strategy. It was just a strategy call. I probably stayed out longer than I needed to, but I was worried of a caution and going down a lap, so I ran a few extra laps, and I had 110 in my mind for the lap count, and that's what I did it at. And it worked out. I think it was just a net gain. I think I was in 3rd when I hit pit road anyways. So overall, a pretty good day, a pretty eventful day. Barely missed, I don't know, a couple wrecks. Tried to hang out in the back for a bit, and there was no less eventful back there, and just kind of rode it out to the finish and found myself P3.
Yeah, I mean, don't take nothing against it, Alex. I mean, I knew that you kind of stretched it a little bit. I was talking about on the broadcast, I was sitting there thinking, when they pitted, I would go maybe about 5 more laps and then say, okay, that's enough. Just go ahead and pit. That way, you would actually have a little bit on it. But I mean, you did gain 5 seconds out of them as well. On that, what about this paint scheme right here that you're riding? I mean, are we a Jimmy Johnson fan? Do we work for Lowe's? Or is it just something from Memorial Day? I mean, let's talk about this right here.
This is Jimmy Johnson, man. Jimmy Johnson.
Well, I know, yeah.
He's the GOAT. He's the
That's
best
why.
driver out there, or was. He's not any good now. I mean, nothing against him, but you put him in those Toyotas now, and he's finishing. He's not even finishing the race. But no, big Jimmy Johnson fan, overall Hendrick fan, you know, Gordon, Elliott, Byron, Larson, just overall Hendrick fan.
Damn, we just throwing Jimmy under the bus right here, Hamish. Damn. Well, I mean, he was good, but now, yeah, I agree. He does suck. Hamish, you got anything for Alex?
Well, Alex, you obviously had some great pace tonight. Good support out there as well from Buckshot Plays in the chat tonight as well. Have you got similar pace out at Atlanta when we're heading next week?
We'll see. I mean, I guess you could make it similar to Daytona. It's going to be just a smaller draft style track. So I'm not sure pace is really going to be a thing. It's just going to be kind of about just staying out of the wrecks. And unfortunately, if it follows Daytona's suit, I didn't do that. And then after that, we got Talladega. So I think it's a good stretch. You know, I think I was, P2 last week and now P3 this week. So going into 2 super speedways back to back is it's a good stretch before we do that.
We'll see if that can pay off for you. Is there anyone that you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Well, I guess Buckshot, appreciate the support, man. Hope to see you back out here on the track. I think he's going to be out here soon. I forget what he said, but looking forward to having him back out here and running some laps with us.
Well, thanks so much, Alex. Wish you the best of luck at Atlanta next week, and congratulations on the P3.
Appreciate it.
All righty. Well, that was Alex Evers comes home with the podium here tonight. And whew, baby, what a finish. What a finish, Hamish. I mean, this is what we signed up for. This is what we wanted to see. Your take on it here tonight with NASCAR Throttle Nation Series here at Vegas.
Vegas delivered once again, as it often does, Jake, and a fantastic race. It excites me next week for Echo Park Speedway. It's going to be a very, very fun one for those out there. I'm probably in the minority that I'm actually a big fan of Echo Park and the sort of racing it can provide us, and I've never really seen a bad race out at Echo Park, so it's another one that I'm excited for. It's going to be high intensity, it's going to be high speed, and it's going to be one that you guys don't want to miss. So be sure to join us next Wednesday night here on Motormouth Broadcasting. You can get notified when we go racing next week by clicking the like button, the subscribe, and the bell icon as well. So you are notified whenever we go racing, because, Jake, I wouldn't want to miss next week. Next week is going to be spectacular. It's going to be super, super fun. And for those who've never seen Echo Park, or for those who have and don't particularly like it, give it a chance. It is one that turns it on for us here in iRacing.
It damn sure does. I mean, honestly, Atlanta, a home track for me, a Georgia boy, myself born and raised here in Georgia. Yeah, I mean, Atlanta's going to be a good one as well. Echo Park, Old Atlanta, however you want to look at it, whichever version. You get the legacy version or the super speedway version. I mean, it's always a good time in Atlanta. But that will be next week, obviously, for the NASCAR Throttle Nation Series. And we cannot wait to bring it to you. But, folks, that is going to do it for this broadcast, obviously, here on Motormouth Broadcasting. We got, just so many great sponsors that have a hand in this league. I mean, Spargo Media, Sandbox, Showery Farms, Dirt Owl Racing or Dirt AI Racing, Endless Gaming, Sandman Plays, Hasbro, Sleeve and Steven, Aiden Morris for what they do on their YouTube channel as well. You got to give a shout out to Throttle Nation, and obviously Buckshot Plays for coming in here tonight, for the sponsorship and the Beeline Designs, and obviously the Roasted Record Digital Race Engineer for what they do here on Motormouth Broadcasting as well. So thank you very much to all the sponsors, any of them, all of them that have a hand in the NASCAR Throttle Nation Series. Shout out to the drivers. What a race. I love it. I really look forward to these Wednesday night races and so glad to be a part of them. So shout out to the drivers. Put on a show. Y'all fans, damn, y'all love the beef out there. I love it. I love the beef that y'all throw out there in the chat. Y'all keep it coming. Try to keep it PG. We kind of got a little bit off right there a little bit. But anyway, shout out to you fans for always coming out in big numbers. If you haven't yet, make sure you like and subscribe to Motormouth Broadcasting. Keep up with everything going on. And obviously, Mason Ramirez, Ryan Sandman Combs, all the guys over here with Throttle Nation allowing us to come in here, be ourselves, entertain you, the fans. For my co-commentator and producer, the Aussie, Mr. Hamish Monroe, I'm the Redneck Announcer, Jake Reeves. Said as I always say, be safe, be kind, be fast. Hot Atlanta Super Speedway next Wednesday night, same time, same channel, Motormouth Broadcasting. where legends are created one corner at a time. Hot Atlanta next Wednesday night, folks. God bless y'all. We'll see you there.